very busy day. A lot of things to do, but was good. I think when we do what we like, the days go a lot faster. but everything is good.
That's really nice.
And how about you?
I too have a lot of things to do, a lot of meetings. One meeting with the designer from Germany met the designer from Platanus, so I could arrange that meeting, and it was really nice. Really nice to see that our boy could get some knowledge from people that's more experienced and could share knowledge. This is something really good that we do on Platanus, and I really wanted to do that often more. One of the things that I would really, it would be really be nice is to you to know Misha, that he's a German guy that works for the company in Germany, and he's really experienced and know a lot, and it would be really nice if you could talk to him a little bit, just small talk about software development and all this life and things like that. It would be really nice.
Yeah, sure.
I really want to arrange that.
Just set up the meeting and we go for it.
Nice. Let's do it. So let me just make the music goes as
if you can center my camera a little bit, because
yeah, I can do that.
I can go more to the right.
I don't know which one. No, not that one. Yeah, nice. So I can just do that and then do that and then make you go back, and then there we go. So I'm just open a little bit more and then go nice, and there we go.
Nice.
Well, not perfect, but let me just put that inside the box. We can think outside the box, but right now the box is good. And there we go. Completely centered and with all the proper letter in the background. Nice.
Yeah.
It's perfect now. So, let's go to the software development part. So, let's go to the coding. Talk sheep, as Linus Tower said. Talk sheep, show me the code, and let's do that. Do you want me to? Actually, I can. Let me see. No, it can be that way. I would cut a little bit, but yeah, that way it's nice, not that bad. So, in the last session, actually, I will use the live share with you. So let's start the collaboration session. Let's copy it. I will send it to your message. Yeah, there we go. I believe I sent it to you, isn't it?
Yeah, just a second.
Just make sure that you can have access to the code this time. I've actually updated my Visual Studio Code, and in this last version of Visual Code, it starts to mess up with some kind of permissions in the VS Code. Now there are permissions in the VS Code. I don't get it, and I don't understand how that would be important, or I don't know. But well,
Here says that I'm waiting for the host approval.
host approval, but you're not even online for me, and I'm not receiving any messages. Invite others, share. Oh man. What is that? No. Get user no request. Accept, read and write. Does it work? I can see you here.
Yeah, it worked.
Nice. Really nice. So it's not currently editing. What? It's not currently editing shared document. Okay. Why is that important? I don't know. VS Code has some informations that I don't really understand. You're not connected as Bruno, you know that. You are logged in as anonymous.
Oh, maybe that is because I'm with a new laptop.
Yeah.
Could be that. I don't know if I did it. If I joined my section
Yeah, I
here.
believe that you joined as a anonymous.
But
yeah.
all right for now.
Yeah. I will just follow you. Okay. First things first. We need to talk about the front end. So actually, this week I have a conversation with Bruno in our company, and of course we use some boilerplates there as well to create systems. Some of them are based in what we do here, a little bit more. Well, there are more things than we have here, but kind of based on what we have here. And we were talking about, for example, this behavior that we have. For example, we are using prop types, and then we were thinking if this is necessary or not. Why are we not using props spreading? For example, this is one of the topics that I believe most of the people ask me. Why don't you do that, Rust? And I'm sorry, not that Rust, and then you just do that dot Rust. Okay, so why don't I do that? And actually I have a rule. Let me check if this rule it's in as linked, or if it is. Let me just spread. No. Well, I'm using when I'm using the is linked, we are using Airbnb style. So we are focusing on the same style that it's a standard on internet. Okay, so let's just take a look at that. So it's Airbnb AS linked. There we go. So we just have that, and let's just check. Is linked configure Airbnb. Let's check if we have the rules here. Yeah, this one. Airbnb JavaScript. Yeah, this one. the JavaScript style. So we are actually not inventing anything or doing something by ourselves. We are using a standard that it's available on internet. It's at 110k stars that a lot of people use. There's all the documentation here, and one of the things this style says is do not use proxy spreading. And why we don't do that? So what's the problem using proxy spreading? Actually, what we are doing here, we are creating a kind of system that can be reused. Okay, and this system needs to be strong enough so if you want to add some UI library, or not using UI library, or if you added one and want to change to another one, it will be easier to do that. One example, imagine that we are using, for example, Material UI. Okay, so let's just get Material UI. Let's just Material UI, not the spacing, just Material UI. Okay, Material UI. Let's get that, and then let's just get a button. There we go, a button. So we would install the library. Okay, and anywhere in your application you can just get this button from Material UI and then use it. Okay, so actually let's do that. Let's install it, then remove, no problem at all, but let's do that. So let's just get Material UI. Okay, let's do this live testing as we are on live. So let's do this kind of thing. So let's clean everything, then docker compose app. Let's check if what we have it's true or not. Oh my god, it's changed. Split. Oh no, VS Code has changed. Oh no, I hate it. Why do you do that, VS Code? Why do you change? Don't change. Things are good the way it is. Ah man. Now it's this guy's not. Why do? Oh man. Oh no. Okay. I that's the first time I saw that. I just updated my VS Code and there is all this, properties that you. Okay, VS Code, you're getting me. Oh. Okay, so docker execute. So let's install it, that ID, SPA, and then let's do the yarn add, and then let's add the core first. Okay, and well, I believe that's it, and then we can use a button. Okay. I believe that's necessary, the CSS, isn't it? This uses the Roboto. Okay, font icons. I just need the button, but
it's just the core.
Yeah. But didn't I need to install the CSS for that? I believe it will be in the. Well,
no, just the core.
Okay, nice. So there it is. It's already installed. Okay. So this means that everywhere I want. So let's just open the page here. SPA dot and then let's get, for example, the login button. Okay, so let's go to the sign-in page, and there we go. And now we have the sign-in form, of course. And here you go. We have a button. Okay, so this button comes from the component, but instead of that, I'm just going to do that. Import whatever from Material UI core, and then probably I will have a button here. There you go. I do have a button, and then let's remove, let's remove this one, and there you go. Now I have the Material UI button working here. And well, of course, I do have this button here, and then I want to use the same button in the sign up form. Okay, so there you go. I do have a button here. So what I'm going to do exactly the same thing, import something from at Material UI core, and there you go, and bam, button, and then I remove this button. Okay, and then now I do have a button that is from, and then if I go to sign up, bam, we have the Material UI button here as well. What's the problem? What's the problem with that? That's from the point of view of a company developing software from all, well, you're developing software, and let's think, for example, that we have a problem with Material UI somehow. We are using some CDN and Material UI. It's a very big library, and there is a lot of things in there. I don't think so, but let's just check into the bundle phobia, and let's just check Material UI core, and there you go. This is gonna take actually it's really pretty small, and it's not going to create any kind of problem, but imagine that this would be this is like a quarter of a second in a slow 3G, and in a 4G it's like 13 milliseconds. It's really fast to load, but imagine that somehow someone do some kind of mess around, and these libraries like using a lot of time to load, or we don't use it anymore because it gets deprecated or something like that. And now we have a problem. What's our problem? We need to remove Material UI from our SPA. And well, this is just one button, and this is just one dependency. So I would just go to sign up form, and then I would remove from here, and then I would remove from here as well, and then I should get from another library and put in here. But imagine that instead of having just two forms, this is a very big application with buttons everywhere, and now I need to change this application. And I'm just talking about the buttons, but everything is gonna be a dependence on my front end, and I don't want that to happen. I want to be as free as I can, as free as possible as I can from anything else. Okay, that I can change anytime I want. I can add more. I can choose what I want to add or not. You know, I want to be free to do that. So, well, the first thing that we should do, we should, instead of importing from the Material UI core directly in all the organisms and molecules and all of that, we just go to the button and make this guy be responsible for the button. Okay, so let's do that. Import from at Material UI core, and there you go. And then we are going to import a button here. Nice. And then we are just going to get that button. Instead to use the HTML button, we are going to use the as Material UI button. And then should not be confused with the other button. Okay, and now we concentrated where the button is. Okay, and we can go back to that, remove it, and again import the button from here, and then we are going to sign up form. We remove that, and then we go to the styled again. Okay, and it's the same material UI button, exactly the same material UI button, but instead of importing it directly in my upper components, just like pages or templates or molecules or organisms, we just imported it from material UI in one component called button in our application in the atoms, okay, and we recreated that as a button that makes sense for us in our application, in our SPA, okay. And as you can see, with everything that's necessary in order to read this button, okay. So let's check that, and there you go. We have the button. It's still clickable and all of that. Let's just go to the signing. Signing. Okay, there you go. And then we have a button here that does exactly the same thing. It's a material UI. You see that I'm clicking and it's doing this wave. So I'm importing it in the signing form. I'm importing it from the signing form. I'm importing from the components that, of course, as I export, the components represents all the atoms, molecules, organisms, and all that. So the button is here. Now, if I want to change this button, okay, I want to completely change this button. I want to completely remove that and then go back to the HTML button. I just do that, and again, all my application go back to the what is happening? Sign up. What's let's clear site that because there was no. Why the hell is not working? Sign up. This is wrong. Is sign up. Yeah, I was with the wrong link. So as you can see, my button, it's back and it's as it was before, you know, with all the configurations I did and button. So if I want, instead of using material UI, I want to use any other one. I want to use anti-D. Okay, let's do that. Anti-D. Okay, and then I want to install it. Then you just go to that. Actually, if I use anti-D, I need to do that, and it's gonna be a little bit more complicated and all that. I don't want to do that right now, but well, you get the idea. I just do the yarn add anti-D, and then I will come here, import button from anti-D, and then I just change here, and poof, magically all my application now it's anti-D and it's not more a material UI. So this is the first reason why we use styled components, atomic design, okay? Because we concentrate most of the elements that's, we call it core elements, that elements that represent the HTML, like buttons, link elements, paragraphs, listing, and well, all the buttons that creates a direct reference to the HTML will be here. And all these libraries that you use around, like material UI and all of that, they have all these components. If you go to components, you're gonna see you have grid that's just a div, and then you have grid list to create a list of grids, and then you have button groups, checkbox, date, time, radius, select, and well, anything that you need, you will have in that library, okay? But let's now think about another case scenario, okay? Let's just go back to the material UI button. So the first thing it's isolating your components. This is the first idea. So we already passed to that. So the atomic design solves that problem. It's not just atomic design that solves the problem. You could do that simply creating a button, and you could, instead of using atomic design, you could be using, for example, just a representation of elements. For example, instead of using atoms, molecules, organisms, you could follow, for example, what material UI say. For example, inputs. So you would create another folder here called inputs, and then inside of inputs you create another folder called button, and then inside the button I'm just following here. So inputs, button, and then you would have button groups, checkbox, and all of that following this. So layout would be this one, navigation would be this one, surfaces would be this, feedback, you get what I said. So you could actually, instead of using atomic design, you could use that same structure that material UI is using, you could use for yourself, no problem at all. Again, if you are lost and you don't know what to do, here it is. Something you can follow and you will be safe, and it's a guidance. But if you already know how to do, you are comfortable enough to do something, so you could just do it. You can simply delete everything that's inside component and just create whatever structure you want. But as a old man, I would strongly recommend you to follow some kind of standard. Okay, as you saw, I was saying, hey, if you're not going to use atomic design, at least follow these feedback and then the folders. Why I'm doing that? Because I'm looking at you and say, no matter what standard you do, no matter what standard you want to follow some kind of standard that you have documentation about that makes sense in some kind of way. Okay, don't just start putting components whatever in whatever folders you want in any different way you want. Don't do that. That's actually not good. It's not that's not good for you, because you are going to understand. You in the other side that's seeing this stream, this video on YouTube or wherever, you are going to understand that. But you need to understand that you don't develop software for yourself. You develop software for a whole bunch new people, different software developers that's there all around the world developing software. Because at some point, the software that you are developing, your team are going to grow. If the product goes and starts to grow, there will be more people working with you, and these people that starts to working with your software, they will look at you and say, hey, what do I do here? Where do I start? How do I do that? How do I create a component? Where do I do that? So, for example, with atomic design, you just can show them the documentation of that. You can just go to Frost and read Frost. It's a very small PDF that you can just read and understand. And if you're using Material UI, okay, no problem at all. You just can come to Material UI and then you just check here, and then you say, okay, so the same folders I have in my application is the same folder that Material UI has here. So I'm really safe, okay, because I'm mimicking all of that. And at some point, something is gonna happen. And this something is something like that. Let's just get the button. Let's go back to the button, okay? And let's get some property that does just it's not HTML property. It is a Material UI property. For example, I didn't want to use variant because it's not a good example.
Could be fill widget.
Nice. So let's do that. So this is wrapper, so full width.
Full width.
And what do they do?
Full width.
It's a boolean.
It's a boolean.
Okay. So now I have a property. It's called full width. Okay, and then of course I can just need to add it here and do the full width, and then just do the prop type things. Then there you go. Prop types dot, as he said, it's a boolean. So let's keep with that. What are you talking about? Okay. Full width, and of course it could be something like that. Okay. So, and then let's just do that. Nice. So full width, it's not a property that it's native from the HTML. So the button does not have full width. What does full width do? Let's just check it. API button. Okay.
The button takes the full width of his parent.
Okay. Nice. So if this is true, so let's say this is false. Okay. And let's just check what happens. Nothing happens. Okay, because I do have that. Maybe if we remove that, then yeah, as you can see, yeah, the button is not getting all my container, and then if I do the full width through, most probably, yeah, there we go. Now the button filling everything. Okay, nice. Ben, well, I'm using Material UI, beautiful, and now I have this property and I can use it. So every button in my application can use it. I could, for example, instead of doing that, I could do something like that. So it would be like rest. So everything that it's in there, I will just do rest, okay, and okay, and then of course here it's going to complain about that property spread. It's forbidding. I will just ignore this right now, and then I will just remove it, okay. And you're gonna say that's beautiful, because now when I have a button, let's just check the button, it's not like that. So sign up, let's just go to the sign up, and I can, if I want to, just get the full width thing, and then let's just pass it, and then let's see what happens. There we go. Now it has a full width. Beautiful. What's the problem? The problem is, imagine now that I have a problem with Material UI, and I want to change it. I want to change the Material UI for any other library, okay? And then I will just, for example, remove. I just want to go back to HTML. So HTML. Oh, sorry. It's gonna be button. There we go. Okay. And if we go back, as you can see, I'm passing full width, but I'm not getting full width. So the full width, it's not working here. And if you go and take a look at the button, you don't have an idea why it's not working, because you didn't documented that. So the prop types, just like TypeScript, for example, it's not about blocking you from doing your job. It's not blocking you from or anything. It's about documentation. It's about helping not you that are constructing this software, but actually helping you, because if this software starts to grow and you are the one responsible for that, every single person that enters on the software to help you with that, this person is gonna be all the time asking you, what do I do here? What I do there? What's the properties that this accept or not? And so everybody's gonna be concentrated on you, and instead of that, the person should be concentrated on the documentation that it's in the code. So if I don't do that, if I'm more explicit and I do the full width thing here, and then I just get the full width, it's just like that. And then I just go back the full width and then prop types, then bool. There we go. Now I'm more explicit. So it's still not working. Okay, it's still not working. But now I have a property that I can check, and then I can make all my buttons go full width. So I can just do something like that and do okay, I can just do it directly here. Just like that and that, and then I could just do something like that. So it would be width 100%, and then you can get from here, you can get full width. Okay, and then you just do the full width and then you return that. Okay, and then you do the same thing. If full width, you're just going to get the height and then just do that just to simulate. I believe that
it's just related to the width, not the height.
Yeah. Okay, I just missed that, and then I missed that. There you go. So it's okay. You are right. So not. There you go. So now, if I go back to my form and I'm not going to pass it, and my button is not filling everything, and then if I pass it, it's filling everything, and now I have the same behavior that I had in Material UI, but with the simple HTML. Okay, the same property and everything. And again, if I want to go back to Material UI, I would just do that, and then let's just get back to my button. Okay, and then I can actually remove that, and it's still working. And then if I go here, and then if I remove that, and then I check it, there you go, the button is small. Okay, there's some error here. Okay, it's about the size. Okay. As you can see, the prop types, or the TypeScript, if you're using TypeScript, it's about documenting your software. It's about documenting what's going on here. So the next one, at any moment, if you want to refactor your SPA, if you want to do it again using a HTML directly or using any other kind of library, it's going to be easier for you. And I'm just showing you one prop, but imagine, for example, a date picker. Imagine all other the elements. It's really more how can I say, with a lot of properties and all of that. It would be a hell on earth from you to do a refactoring, and doing this in that way that I'm showing you, it's gonna be like this easy to change anything that you want to, and then you can use any library that you want, and there we go. So the same thing applies for everything in the SPA, everything. So for example, this is one of the things I was talking to Bruno today. it's about the teams. Okay, so we were talking about the teams. Right now, what I'm doing here, it's using a team by hand. So if we were using Material UI, if we were working with Material UI provides you a team. Okay, so but if you use the Material UI directly, you're going to create a dependency. So now you are dependent on the Material UI library. You cannot get themes from anywhere, unless of course you overload the theme that you can get from Material UI using the creating theme or something like that, and then you pass new properties to that and then re-inject into your application. But again, if you do that, what you're doing is exactly what we are doing here. We are getting a button from Material UI, and then we are rewiring it. We are creating a documentation for this button, for all the properties that's used in here, and then now we are delivering this button for our application. And then anywhere I'm using my application, I will never change that. I don't need, if I wanted to change my entire UI library, I would not put a single finger into molecules, into organisms, into pages or templates or anything, because they don't know about that. They just get things from the atoms, and then you are safe. What do you think about that, Bruno?
It's hard to give to just go straight and say you are dependent from some library doing that, but I think I have a different point of view, but
And what
it's
will
fine
be?
to me. Oh, it's hard to explain. I already have this discussion with you
Yeah.
about the spreading prop types. I just think that we have better tools to that, and to have a documentation. Not talking about TypeScript, that could be an option. We have Starbook, for example. But I think this spreading operator, it's a good tool. It's a good tool that we have inside the development when we are dealing with a component. Because, for example, we could have a button that has over 50 properties, for example, and then here we have to import, pass to the next component, and then specify that in the prop types. So maybe this could be how you say the word for me in the other day, but
Bureaucratic.
that could be, yes, that's the word. And yes, I understand that maybe sometimes it's bureaucratic. It not depends just of the way if we are doing code with prop types, or we are not using spreading operator. But I think this way I'm not convinced yet. you know,
Yeah.
I'm not convinced
But,
yet.
but
I
imagine
but
if,
in the terms,
yeah, imagine if prop types is bureaucratic. Imagine TypeScript.
no, I know.
It would be,
But TypeScript,
hell on earth.
I know.
And
TypeScript has a lot of pros and a lot of defects too, but I think that could be a tool to solve that, but we also have a lot of other tools. I think the rest it's the doesn't match the spread operator doesn't match with prop types. I think that's the main issue here. I don't think the button documentation or someone takes the code would be a big problem, because if you want to change your UI library when you have a big platform, it's very uncommon, and because it's very hard and not very uncommon. Sometimes it happens, but change all the UI, it's a little bit uncommon. And if you are changing something that big, you have to know the impact. So you have to know what is the properties that you are forwarding. REST could be,
And how
in
would you
that
know that
example,
if you don't have?
documentation inside the material UI website, for example.
Yeah, but how do you know which one you're using in your application, and it will be necessary to use if you are using spreading, for example?
Spreading actually could be a tool in that example, because if we pass everything doing a spread operator, we don't need to specify, and we are using just what is being we are passing through the components, just what we are using in the page. It's hard because we have different experiences. We have I'm just not convinced with that approach.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot to in I changed my mind about a few things. For example, exporting the component of the material, not using directly in the page. So always export the component, even if it's from the library. So I can see the value of that. But the spreading in the prop types, I need to be honest that I'm not very convinced yet.
That's actually that's actually really nice, because
Okay.
I hate that kind of lives, that everybody agrees with everybody and they say, "Oh, do you?
Yeah, I can.
It's lovely."
I'm not
And
like
they say,
that.
"Yes, it's lovely." It's the best. The best kind of things is not agreeing actually, because
That way
there
we
is
can improve.
yeah,
That way we can
yeah,
improve.
by no, it's not just by that, but by experience, that's not agreeing. It's what happens most of the time when you are developing software between software developers, and then at some point, we need to do something in the end, agreeing or not, we need to do something. So let's do something. So let's do the famous 50-50. What do you think about that? We can do the 50-50. For example, we are going to use Material UI. Okay, that's something, for example, that I don't like, but we are going to use that. And then we are not going to use prop spreading. So
Actually, I don't like either the Material UI. Actually, I like the library. Okay,
Yeah.
I like the library. It's a good library, and sometimes we need to use because we sometimes we can't do everything by hand and we don't have time for that. And sometimes to make a project real quick, we have to use these kind of libraries. But I prefer to do things by hand.
Okay.
It's more it's easy to control and easy to do. I like, but
Okay, so we are going to do the opposite. Okay, so we are going to use everything by hand, and we are going to allow proper spreading. So it's 50-50. So we are not going to use any library because I don't like libraries, but we are going to use the prop spreading because it's something that you're not convinced yet. What about that?
oh, for me, okay.
Nice. Because now
the-
I believe that I'm really comfortable because I really like things not using libraries. Not because I have anything against the libraries, as we saw in the bundle phobia. It's
yeah.
it's really small one, so it's not hate. It's material UI core. This one. So it's a very small library. Actually, it makes me really happy because it's really small and it's really fast to load. So actually, I wouldn't have any problem using this library to be true. Most of the time, I have problems with libraries because it's gonna make, well, for example, NTD. If you get NTD, you know this is like 4 times the downloading of the material UI. Of course, I believe that NTD has more properties and whatever, but you know, this is almost a second. And as I told you before, something that goes to a half of a second makes me nervous as a software developer. If it's half of a second, I'm just like, half of a second, hell no, I don't like it. So this is too much. And I thought that Material UI was around that, or even more. But I get surprised when I saw that actually Material UI, it's that small and really powerful library. So as we can actually see, what's the text field? Really? Oh, text field. My God, I would think about date, some date component. Where's the date component? Dialogue, well, okay, I would think about that. But let's use prop spreading. Okay, so
Yes, but I can see a problem
in what?
in using prop types and spread operator. That's because sometimes we declare in the initial phase of the component, for example, we have full width now, right?
Yeah.
And let's pretend that we want to pass now through the spread operator the variant, okay?
Yeah.
But we have just full width in the prop types, but the variant we don't have. What is the problem? We are using prop types, but not using properly. You know? So I think it's something that conflicts with each other. Because someone in the login page will just put variant and will forget to go to the component and declare inside the prop types. Did you get it?
Yeah. Now you are getting the properties that it's specific from a library, and making it bubbles up without this component that's the one responsible to understand and knows everything to know about that property. So what would be the solution?
Not using spread operator, or use the spread operator and remove prop types.
But there is no problem at all. For example, let's remove full width from here, and remove full width from here, and remove full width from here. Full width is still there because I'm using
Okay.
the spread operator.
Okay.
And what's the problem with prop types?
So you just want to declare to the prop types the native ones.
Not exactly the native one, but actually the ones that would be really used, just like size. For example, size would be interesting because we wire size and doing that. So for example, on click it's not necessary to be here. And why I'm using type actually? I'm not even using type. Okay, but
because with prop types we have half of the properties declared, and the other half we don't declare. So
yeah.
it's strange. It's awkward.
Yeah. So I would just document the properties that's not HTML related, because what we are doing here, it's as we are using HTML, the person using a button should understand that this button is HTML button. So all the properties that HTML has, this button has, because we are using the spreading, plus the ones we created. And we are just going to, for example, let's just remove type because we don't need it. Class name we don't need to use anymore because we have spreading, so we won't get that. And we don't need on click anymore, so we can just remove that from here. And then I can just remove, well, okay, I can remove that from here, that from here. And there we go. That's my component, and then I don't need the class name anymore. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. So the only thing that I'm doing here is to declare the children because, well, it's necessary to remove it from there. And the size, that's the one I've created. There is no prop called size in a button in HTML, but I've created this one. And this was reference to that. So this is the reason I'm just documenting that. So just to make sure that people understands what's this one. Actually, it should not be string. It's one off, and I believe it's an array, isn't it? So it's going to be small, mg, and lg. I believe that. So okay. Let's just get that. And then props spread forbidden. It's this. Show documentation. That is one.
But I think the MIUI button, it has a property called size, I think.
But we're not going to use that. As you told you, we are just going to use
okay.
HTML things. So let's just do the button. Okay, there we go. So button, let's just okay. This one. So I'm just going to get that. Okay, nice. Then I'm just gonna go to my acelint, and then I'm just going to declare it like 0. Okay, and then when you go back, no problem anymore. So we don't have problems with that. Okay, what do you think about that?
Okay, it's good.
Seems good. Okay,
Seems good.
So the challenge now, and this is the challenge for you now, is to improve this shit. You know?
Improve.
Yeah. I know that you are a magician. The front end
I don't know about that.
And so, what about that? What can we do?
You think?
For
You
example,
think improve?
yeah, let's think about the first improvement. This shit, this actual shit. I believe that's could be a good idea if we get that and put it inside the input, just like here. It can be outside, actually, don't need to be inside of that. We could actually put it right here and change the shit thing for something better.
Okay. Okay.
So I believe that we just need to work on that guy.
In the form and in the elements.
Yeah, it's molecules labeled at input.
Okay. Labeled input. Nice.
So for every labeled input, a labeled input it's a label, the input, and the error. Okay, the label it's on the top, the input it's here, and now the error it's appearing on the back. We just need this error to appear on the side. So we have three elements. We have the label on the top, and then we have another group that's gonna be input and the error, and this needs to be side by side.
Side by side.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Labeled input. It shows a tool type.
Yeah.
Put ID. Okay. This is the wrapper for the div that we have here. Maybe flex direction. Row. It's hard because I can't see what I'm changing.
But I believe that there is a way that you. No, there's not. Because I believe that when we use the live share, I believe if you go to your web browser and do SPA localggs.com, it would rewire it to. I don't remember if the VS.
Let me see if I have this in my host. It's TGS, right?
Yeah. Well, I know I can do. I can just I can share my screen with you, and then I will share the second screen with you. There you go. And then this screen, we have the application here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So when you save it, when you save it.
No, actually, I'm seeing the code.
You seeing the code?
Yeah.
Huh? No, in the
I'm
Discord.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I shared with you in the Discord. So in the Discord, I just moved to the other screen. I just shared that screen so you can see that in the Discord, and the code, you have the code in your machine. So whatever you change here, it's gonna change in the Discord for you.
Okay. Oh, it's side by side. It's working.
Yeah, and actually I can do that again here for people at home that can follow what we are doing. So it's gonna be sign up. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, now when I click on sign up, everything is on the same. What if? What if? What if we? What do you think about this idea? We create a wrapper here that would be, I don't know, input wrapper, okay, and we just wrap both of these things, and now this one's gonna be column. What about that column? Okay, and
Okay.
we just copy that and then add it here, and then this is gonna be input in, oh my god, input wrapper, and then this is gonna be row.
Okay.
Did it work? Nah. It works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. You wanted the tool type in the
yeah, on
in the left. Okay.
on the left side.
Okay. I think we need. Oh, it's fine. I think I would say I was saying that maybe we could add a new font, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's no problem at all in doing that.
But is maybe we can do that later.
Yeah.
Maybe we could also say that align items center.
Let me just
Check.
nice.
Yeah, just to be input wrapper that could have a margin of 10 pixels 0 and okay. Now the input. The input also has what is wrapper? Actually, the wrapper should have this one also has a margin.
just check a little bit. So more space. This is on the side. Nice.
Sign up form. What is the labeled input here? Maybe this wrapper. This is with zoom, right? It looks so big, but okay. Now the button. And here it could have something like with it.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh. It's saved automatically, and
Okay.
it organizes the code because of my computer.
Okay. The label is not too good. Good. Okay. But I see that the tool type is a little bit strange. Let me see.
Let's check quickly. Nice.
Tool type.
That's nice. What are you trying to do? To
I'm
explain
trying
to people that
to.
it's in the other side.
I'm trying to avoid the tool type to push the right side of the input.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe here. We could have to let's see with just right. Yeah,
It's in the inside. So what he's doing,
maybe 3.
instead of showing the shit icon outside, we are showing the shit icon inside the input when there is an error. And he just added a little bit of margin here to not, touch the end of the component. So there you go. Now it's the inside. How did you do that? What was the magic to get something that's outside and put inside?
So we have an input wrapper that wraps our input and also the tool type,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then we say that the input wrapper is his position is relative.
Yeah.
So all the children that is absolute positioned will be related to that wrapper, right? Because the relative says that all my absolute childrens are relative to me.
Nice.
And then I say input tool type is now position absolute.
Yeah.
And it's positioned right to the right, 3 pixels to the right. So then he's gonna be exactly 3 pixels in the right of the beginning of the wrapper. That is right on the right side of the input.
Nice. So let me just check something. If I comment the right one, and then I go back and click on sign up, how can I say, the default position would be on the left.
Left to top left.
Top left.
Actually left, but because we have align item center, right?
Align at center, it's going to center. Nice. So, and if I want to move that to the right, what I need to do is just to say, this will be positioned on the right, but with some movement of 3 pixels. And then there you go.
Yeah, just so we can see a little bit of margin, not right on the edge.
Yeah, that's nice. I believe that there's some ruído on your microphone. I don't
know.
Is it touching your face or not? No, it's not.
No, it's...
Yeah, I don't know.
What kind of...
I believe that a little bit...
What kind of noise?
A little bit far away, if you can, Or is it...
When it's muted?
No, can you... No, it's just when you talk. I believe that's very close to your mouth. So if you can yeah, that.
Maybe that way?
Perfect.
Better?
Better.
Okay.
Better.
Maybe it's my breath.
Yeah. And nice. That's nice. So we need to change the sheet thing. Yeah, because it's not sheet anymore. So I believe that we should... Oh, I'm sorry. I believe that we should go to the... and now we needed to add some icon here. And how would we do that?
We can add SVGs, but a nice library that I like to use is React icons.
Yeah, I do like to use that as well. And for everyone that's that doesn't know React icons, it's a library that actually concentrates all the icons library in one library. And that is
very nice.
That's really nice. Let's just check our friend Bundlephobia and check what about that. So it's really really, 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 really small. As you can see, this is not a millisecond. This is microsecond. This is less than 1 millisecond. It's so fast that it is. And in slow 3G, it's gonna be 4 milliseconds. So this is not actually a good library. This is the library that you should actually make love with, because this is exactly what you want in your application. Okay, so let's just install it. So it would be React icons. There we go. So I will just add here so Bruno can use it. Docker exact it spa and then yarn add icons. Yeah. I believe that I know what's going on. Yeah. Nice. So now we have the React icon installed in our application and we can use it. So you can use it. How do we use that? Do you remember?
Yes, I just need to go in the documentation of React icons to see. Error, right? Let me see what kind of MIDI error. I like that one. Yeah,
from time to time your microphone is still doing the shh. After I will show you that in the live. I don't think that's...
Yes, sorry for that.
Yeah, I don't think that's about how close it's to your... It's when you move the... I don't know what it is actually. I'm just bubbling. Let's just concentrate in the icons and... Okay.
Okay. And then we go and say...
Actually, we need to go to the tooltips. This is the labeled input.
Tooltips. Okay, nice. You are right. Tooltip.
Yeah. There you go, the
Let
shit.
me see.
Can you see the shit?
I can see the shit. In that place, we could have... actually, tooltype. I think tooltype should receive a component, right? Tooltype should be able to... We should be able to wrap anything with tooltype, I believe.
Yeah, and I don't think that tooltip is gonna be a atom anymore. I believe that now tooltip is gonna be a...
No, but look here.
Yeah.
Let's erase that and let's import children here. Okay.
Yeah, but this is gonna be the icon, not the children. We could actually, instead of receiving a children, we could receive an icon as a prop. And then you pass the icon. And what about that?
I didn't get it. What I wanted to do is everything that I wrap with tooltip, I'm able to put my mouse over and see some kind.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah, I did.
So we have to declare here. And then what we want to... I don't know if you want to... it's a lot of icons, I don't think it's gonna work, but... What was the icon that I got? Oh my god.
We can go to the library and check. So there's a search
BI.
here. It's gonna be what?
BI, and then here we put BI.
BI.
Yeah,
Where's it?
because it's some library that the initials are
box
BR,
icon.
BI.
Okay, box icon. But which one from the box icon were we gonna use?
This one that I'm
BIA
getting.
cycle.
Yeah. Where's the tool type?
No.
Inputs tool type.
Shouldn't be better to use BI error out? That's just like a stop sign.
Could be, could be.
Yeah. BI error out.
Okay. No problem. Oh man. Sometimes. Okay.
Let's just...
Maybe
Yeah.
this is working.
Well, nice. It is working actually. It's working. Nice. We have just a problem with this thing. That's because...
What thing? I can see.
Okay. It's that. You know,
Oh, okay.
It should be, you know, bigger.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Here I'm saying that is absolute. Okay. Let's say that min width is 100 pixels. Let's see that if it grows a little bit.
No. And now the icon it's in the center.
Ah, okay. Okay.
I don't think that's the import tooltip, but it's inside the tooltip. Isn't it? I believe that the styled tooltip text.
Actually, this is expected behavior. I had a lot of doing something so how's the word, generic. Sometimes to be able to use everywhere, sometimes it is a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
So you can see that in some components this could work well, but sometimes we have to do things a little more complex to be able to use anywhere. I developed a tooltip, but it's a really it's a lot more complex.
Yeah, but let's just try to do that in here, because we have the styled tooltip that it's wrapping the div that's the one we have here. So when we do that, so this is the div. So let's just use your idea and see if it works. So min width 100 pixel, and then let's just go back here, do that, and there you go. It's bigger. Now 100 pixels, it's not that good, so let's try with 200. And then let's just go back and do that. There we go. 200 pixels. Of course, if it's my like that, it's going to go out of the screen.
Okay, but
Okay, so
yeah.
when I make my screen goes smaller, just like that, there you go. So now I have this bar on the bottom, and then it's just because I do have a thing in there that's the visibility is hidden. But it's still there. Because I'm using visibility hidden, and instead of that I actually should use there is another thing that instead of making the visibility of the component hidden, I would actually remove it from the DOM, but I forget it's not visibility, it's, oh man, what's the name? I don't know if you remember it. It's so many that I can even display.
What do you mean? What do you mean proper? Ah, okay.
So
Display.
I could do the display
None.
display none, just like that, and just see what happens when I do that. Okay, I can do that. It's not going to be a problem. Of course, when I do the mouse over, I would do the display, and then this is gonna be what's the best one to use? Display block, maybe.
But this is really hard to make usable to all the components. Sometimes you're gonna need to place that in a component that it's close to some edge, and this is hard to make it work. I have a component that I did by hand.
Yeah.
Maybe we can add it to the God stack later.
Okay. Let's do it.
It's in the I have a repository that is called my lab, and I try a lot of things in there.
It's beautiful.
And then you can change the placement, you know, and it's related to the parent. So
okay, are we going to use that?
oh, we could.
So how can we do that?
Okay. Let's. Maybe we should name it this one to another thing.
What is it? The element? Is it a tooltip?
Yeah.
So.
Just to be able to create another.
Yeah, you can use tooltip too. And then we can compare both of them, and then we can choose one, and then we can discard the other one.
Tooltip 2.
Nice. There you go. Tooltip 2. And then there you go. Nice.
This one I have styles. I have this I always create a style separately, but we can move to inside the component. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't. Okay. Save it. Okay. You want me to explain a little bit? I
Yes, it
don't
would be
even
nice.
remember. I don't even remember.
Nice.
Okay.
That's nice.
Uh, let's see. We have a children that would be the component that when we move the mouse over that component, we trigger the tool type. So he's gonna put something in the in this in the tool type, of
Yeah.
course, and then we have the content. Uh, the content could be anything, and the placement. We can choose right, top, left, and bottom. Okay,
Okay.
and then we have a state for it. Just
Yeah.
control, and we have a use effect that we could change the placement. Why I did that? Because it it its position is calculated by related to his parent. But if you change the placement, this will broke. So pretend that you are making a responsive screen, and then you put when you have a big screen, you put the placement of your tool type in the right.
Yeah.
But when you resize it to a small screen,
Yeah.
the tool type should be in the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you have a function that watches the change of the screen and move and change the position to the from right to the bottom. Okay,
Yeah.
so but then the placement would not change because if we don't have this function, right? Because it's not calculated again, it's just one time. Then we need to have the this function, this use effect, watching the placement changes, and then if you want to change the placement when the user resize the screen, we could, and show the tool type in another place. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I did that. So this function is just to calculate the placement, the exact position. Uh, we have the children, that is the related to the component that we pass through this property, the content and the placement. That's it. We can
Nice.
try it.
We can try it. So
Okay.
yeah, exactly. We just need to export the default as 2tip2. 2tip2 from nice.
Two tip. Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Now I believe we don't need that.
And this can be 2tip2.
Yeah. I hope that is gonna work because I don't. Okay, content. Maybe maybe this should have because here we can pass anything. I don't know, 6 maybe. What's happened? Ah, okay. Content, children.
I just need to close it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is. Let me just do the tip 2 here.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a little bit hard with live share. Okay. I believe this should work.
Let's test it.
Maybe.
So, what we're going to do, we're going to use all the library. Okay, so there we go. So we have all the content. It's being displayed. If I make my screen smaller.
No, that is not gonna watch. You have to change the placement.
How so?
So we could watch the size of the screen, for example.
Okay, so
Just put the mouse over just to see if it's working.
yeah, it's working.
Because I can't. Oh, okay.
It's working, and then if I do that and that, it's still working.
Okay.
But if I go like that, it just does not appear in this.
Does not appear?
Yeah. If it's too close, just like that, or mobile, it's not going to.
Yes,
appear.
because that's why we have the placement. Let's see. What could we done with that? What could we do with that? Maybe we need a two-type message or wrapper or
what you're trying to do? I didn't get it.
because now we have to place the icon again inside of the input, right?
Ah, got it.
Okay. But I don't know if I don't know if I treat this right here. Let me see. Content, positioning, pointer events. Okay. Two type labeled input.
Yeah, you can just
Okay.
rewire the tooltip just like we did before. You just
I don't think that's gonna work
why?
because it's a more complex function now. You know, we need to make something here that is gonna be to icon input icon wrapper styled gif position absolute right 3 pixels, then we do that. Just to see if it's positioned inside the...
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Just see it.
Now we have to see how we are going to. Let me see here because I don't remember. I'm searching for the document window.
Let me just do something instead of doing that.
Feel free.
The div, and there you go. And here, instead of doing that, we're going to use the div, and then we're just going to pass we should do that, and then okay, HTML message. So it's gonna be HTML message. Okay, so we can do that. Nice. And this could be just like that. Okay. Nice. So let's just check if it works. It doesn't. Ah, it's two. Okay, so let's just do that. There you go. It's way better. Way better. Nice. So we can do that. And this is appearing really outside the... Yeah. It's actually appearing, but as you saw...
Okay, now we can make something to fix that.
Nice. So
But we'll...
what are we going to do?
We'll add more complexity to our labeled input.
Okay.
I'm gonna to import use effect here.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna...
I believe that use effect can be used outside the function.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 36. Yeah.
Okay, and now what we are going to do is create a function that will be calculate to type placement. Okay, and then we are going to call the function. And in the return, I'm gonna pass a return here. Then it's gonna be a function, and I'm going to explain what for in a moment. Okay, actually we are not going to call it now. It's let me document screen document a document dot document element client with the okay, and then actually that could be here, and then we say screen document we screen code on resize calculate to and then we say that maybe we need
Let me just...
okay. Then I'm gonna need a in here I'm gonna say that if screen font client no? Okay. I was waiting for IntelliSense, but screen widget. It's greater than, I don't know, maybe set to type placement right left, and that is gonna that's gonna just destroy the oh man
I can.
here add event list okay, and then I got this and I place here placement. That will be very strange if it works in the first time, but let's try.
Let's see. Actually,
It worked.
It works. So let's check it. So when we do that, it's on the right side. But if we make the screen go smaller, and well, it doesn't work. Why?
I'm not seeing.
Yeah. For example, this is working, but if I do that, well, how's that working here and not there? Let me just check again. This one. And yeah, it's not working, as you can see. When I mouse over, it's far away in the right.
Maybe it's the BIL error out. Put It's working?
Let me just check, refresh it. There, so it's left.
Because this component it is strange.
Yeah, because when I make really small now, it just make it goes.
But it's because the tool type is related to the content. Just inspect the icon real quick.
Well, I believe that now it's working. Somehow,
Okay.
yeah, it is. So when I do that, it's gonna be left, right, and when I make it really small, it's gonna be left. So for people at home to see, when it's bigger, it's gonna be like here, and then it's a little bit small, it's still there, and if I make it go really small, the behavior it's really strange because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if I start the screen, if I refresh the screen, small, it works. But if I refresh the screen bigger, it stopped working. And then I make small, it's not working. But if I refresh it, now it's working, as you can see.
Yeah, maybe because the placement of the tool type is related to the children. So maybe it's something because I did this in
So this use
I
effect,
did
it does not have anything in the. Isn't it weird?
how's that?
Shouldn't you have anything here?
No, because it will fire us just one time. Just to add the event listener.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
exactly. And what's going on? It's this is the reason that when I refresh, it works. So when it's like that, and I refresh it, so I'm refreshing it, and it's working. And then when I make it go bigger, and if I refresh it again, it will stop working, as you can see, because the.
no, it's because the size of the children. The use effect is there just to the first time that I render the component, it will add an event listener, and then when the component is destroyed, the return remove the event listener.
Yeah.
Is not. This shouldn't be hindered another time.
What if I do that? What happens?
But you need to inspect the children of the tool type. That is the icon. Maybe when you resize.
Just a second. Let me try to do something. Client width. Okay, this is gonna be actually this. This is gonna be that. And then oof. And then I don't have. But you need a screen. Okay. Stop. Yeah, don't let me just stop following. Yeah.
But
So-
this is going to. But this is not going to change. The width doesn't change after in the resize.
Oh no.
No.
Oh.
That is a constant in the first time it renders.
Yeah, because I would do something just like that to
That
check,
is.
you know, but it wouldn't change actually. You're right. So that, then, yeah, it's not going to work like that. But we could actually get the const. Yeah, it should be the same screen, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's not going to work. Yeah, okay. Got it.
I have 99% of sure that it's the wrapper of the
Which one?
the input.
Highlight it, please.
You have to inspect the icon
Okay.
in the you in the web in the browser.
Yes, I'm doing that.
I have a delay.
No, I'm doing that in the Discord for you.
Yeah, I changed it here. Okay, inspect. Put the. Okay, and what is the div? Look for something bigger. That is strange. Okay.
Yeah, this is.
I will have to take a look on that.
Yeah, no problem. Well, actually, 2 hours of our streaming. So
Yeah.
I believe that's time enough. We did a lot of things, and we discussed a lot of things, and it was actually a nice one. So I'm gonna call the day. I think that it's enough. We worked a lot, and you earned your resting moment. I do
No,
have,
man,
yeah,
I need that.
yeah, I need that as well. So it's midnight for me. So and well, that's it. I hope everyone liked our conversation we have today. It was more about discussion about engineering, what we would use or what we would not use. So this is really amazing. It's really amazing to have you here, Bruno. You're an incredible person, incredible partner in the team. So it's really, really good to have you, man. So I really, really appreciate that. And see you in the next live, and see everyone in the other side in the next live. Last
Nice.
words?
No, see you in the next live stream, and have a nice night. A good rest as well.
See you, people. Bye bye.
Bye bye.